Good morning, everyone. Here I'm meeting with Engineer Fadipe. He's an expert in anaerobic sewage treatment plant constructions. So I want him to explain to us how these sewage treatment plants work for estate development and houses. So he's going to give us an overview from a case study on the site. We can have the technical knowledge of the procedure of utilizing anaerobic sewage treatment plant to generate biogas. Can go ahead, sir.
Thank you so much. Once again, my name is Engineer Fadipe. This is el-fad Concept Limited. We are one of the #1 sewage plug for anaerobic treatments. Basically, there are two ways of managing sewage: aerobic and anaerobic. What we have done is to switch the narrative from aerobic treatment, which require a lot of energy, requires you to have a blower, stirrers, basically automation system. However, with the anaerobic, we've removed oxygen from the system, and with that you have bacteria that break down your sludge in the absence of oxygen. So it's an underground system, which means it's an RRR solution. At the end of the day, you are going to reduce, recycle, and reuse your space. For example, behind me here, you can see the domes. So our treatment is done using a fixed dome anaerobic digestion. So as you can see, all the waste will come from these buildings there. If you look just to your left, you see some buildings. We are going to be having about 110 units of luxury apartments, a gym house with other social amenities. All the waste from these buildings is coming into this anaerobic digester. And within 30 days, bacteria called methanogen will break down the sludge into liquid and gas. So it is this three state of matter. Basically, your solid wastes coming into the system, and within 30 days, which is the sludge retention time, SRT, bacteria will break it down into biogas and water. And of course, as it moves, what we have here is actually a 180 cubic anaerobic fixed dome digester. So as if flow comes, it goes from one chamber to the next, and at the end it goes to the filtration bed. Now at the filtration bed, what we'll do there is to remove odor, of course, super nutrients will just pass through the biofilters, and at the end of the day it comes out as clean water. But this water contains nitrogen, which can also be reused for your green area. The plan of this particular estate is that this is the green area, so at the end of the day the water that is coming out from the waste from their toilet will be used to water this green area. So they don't need to take water from their mains, they don't need to pump water to an overhead tank and now reuse it for their green all year round. 80%, in fact 80 to 85% of your clean water is considered to be wastewater. So imagine reusing all the volume of water that we generated in each building for this green area. So all year round this green will be green. So the advantage of this system is, one, there will be no more evacuation of sludge, because your sludge is what is breaking down into liquid and gas. And now there are three challenges or major issues with sewage management. One is sludge evacuation, two is odor, three is space. Now with the anaerobic fixed dome digester, because it's completely underground, this issue of space is solved. Whatever you use, you can use it back as your car park, you can use it as a green area such as this. Two is the issue of sludge. There will never be any sludge evacuation, as you can see written on my cap, because your sludge is what is continuously breaking down into biogas and water. Like I said earlier, it's the three states of matter. So your solid, in the absence of oxygen, with the aid of bacteria, break down the sludge into water and gas. Remember that the aerobic system also have bacteria that break it down, but you use oxygen, you blow in oxygen, which generates the bacteria or the flux, which will break down the sludge and treat the wastewater. But in this case, the anaerobic system, you have anaerobic bacteria that will break it down, and at the end of the day, you get biogas, which is one of the byproducts. You get liquid fertilizer, which you can use for your green area. You can even containerize it and sell it. It's another business on its own. Three is that you're getting back your space 100%. 4, there will be no evacuation of sludge. And 5 is that you're reducing climate change action, because you're reducing carbon footprints. There are no automations in this system. It operates purely by gravity, capillary action, and filtration. So there is no pump inside here. Instead, the pump action is done by the gas that is generated. So the gas exerts pressure on the supernatant, and it moves to the filtration bed, and from there we can now safely reuse the water either for your green area. And even if you want to send the water back to your building, you can do a post or a tertiary treatment where we introduce reverse osmosis or any of the other disinfectant system, and of course you can reuse the water even in your building. So this is the way to go. It's a green technology, and of course it takes care of the challenges with the environment and of course sewage management. Thank you so much.
I need to ask a question before
Okay,
we
sir.
round up this questions. Now, the byproduct, what is the biogas? Now,
Yeah.
I know that it's used for cooking purposes,
Yeah.
but is there any other process that we can take the biogas and convert to something like power generation?
Of course, the biogas can be used for cooking as direct source for cooking. You can also use it for power generation. You can connect it straight to your generator. The only thing you need to do is to remove the carburetor and introduce a gas converter, which is sold everywhere in Lagos. We sell by gas converter, and of course you can import from abroad. And of course you're powering the plant. We have installations that very soon will be displayed for us. We have a pig farm in Ogun State. We're also doing a design for an abattoir in Abuja here, where we'll be generating a lot of gas from animal waste. So you can imagine it's not just human feces, pig dung, cow dung, abattoir waste, markets, poultry waste, every organic waste. Now this is the key. Every organic waste can be introduced into it, even leftover food. So every waste is a resource, and at the end of the day, you can even use the gas for even heating or sterilization of your equipment. What we need to do is to desulfurize the biogas so that the hydrogen sulfide content does not corrode your generator, and you have clean methane, and of course you can now use it to power your system.